in a punch, call it Bruce Lee.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Q here. Today, coming with some center gameplay. I know before I had a little bit of gameplay on my build video, some twos gameplay. And I don't know, I just wanted to bring y'all some threes gameplay. Some people was asking for more straight gameplay rather than build videos. I dropped a couple build videos, a couple mixtapes. Haven't had a whole lot of just games, full games, that I wanted to show off. So yeah, we come with this today. And yeah, it's basically threes is different from twos. Because in twos, kind of, as y'all saw in that build video, it's kind of just, you kind of just smack teams or get smacked. There aren't I found in my experience, same with the green right there. In my experience, you don't really, there aren't a whole lot of close games. Well, I shouldn't say that. There are close games sometimes, but even close games kind of just come down to kind of RNG and randomness. A long rebound goes to them and you get an open jump shot, right? And you lose. Stuff like that. And I'm not saying skills isn't. I said skills. I'm not saying twos isn't skill based. Like obviously you need to be good doing twos still. But a lot of times, a lucky bounce will happen and you'll lose. So a lot of times on twos, more so than threes, the best team doesn't win. On threes, it still happens. Obviously, especially in 2K20 this year, there's a lot more RNG with animations and everything. But I just wanted to show you some threes because it's different. It's different type of gameplay, so you have to play a little different. You can't just kind of ISO and spot corner. Although that's 3 out. A lot of teams play like that now, which it's kind of builds up my next point because you can't play like that if you want to on this build. If you want to play 3 out, I'm running with the shot creator and a pure sharp essentially. So if we wanted to run 3 out, we could have my boy Darius ISO, but we don't like doing that. We like passing and cutting and stuff like that. But if you want to play like that with this center build, you can, because you can just sit corner and and spot up and shoot threes off catch and shoot. Because this build, the fact that it's essentially like a stretch cleaner basically, or a stretch rebounder from other 2Ks, means that you see me with a nice stretch right there like that. Like a pure stretch, that's hard to do with a pure stretch. When you got a bunch of defensive badges, when you got a lot of defense, it's easier to play like that. And also then just, spot up and shoot threes. So for us, we don't really play 3 out, but you can if you want to. If you want to play like we do, it's kind of, I'll set one screen and then I'll pop and then we'll look for other options and stuff like that. You see, and I set one screen here, give it back to him, and then I pop, right? You can play like that too. Then, he hits me out and that's green, so you can play like that. This build is so versatile on how you can play. You can play on twos with screens. You can play on twos with ISO. You can play on threes with screens. You can play on threes with ISO. You can play on threes with pass and cut. I can set off-ball screen to this build, everything. See, snag the board right there. Right? And that's what makes this build so kind of fun to play with. Obviously, if you make like a interior force 6'10", center, it'll be more fun just getting contact dunks all day, but it won't be as consistently good as this build is, this build is fun to play with, and it's also really good, which is something that I think is real valuable, and yeah, I know another point. People were asking for my jump shot in the previous video. I just use Steph Curry on this build, just pure Steph Curry, with Hall of Fame quick draw. Gold's probably not quite fast enough with Steph Curry, or if you have gold, you have to be real careful what you shoot. You can't just shoot as liberally as I do. And I'm gonna drop a badge video for both my builds, actually, for this build and for my perimeter lockdown pretty soon. And I'll talk about my shooting badges I use, my defensive badges I use, my playmaking and finishing and stuff like that. But I did see a comment before on another video about my jump shot, and I just use Steph Curry. And the thing about Steph Curry is, for me, I've had trouble kind of finding the visual cue for it, which is why I only recently turned my meter off, because, I don't know, I've had trouble with that. But now that I've kind of started to figure it out a little bit, I've been shooting a little better. My boy going to hit the jumper right there. But yeah, that's it for this video. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, and we got more coming soon. I'm out.